I'm Allison with FlickDirect, and I am speaking with the one and only Dennis Lehane about Blackbird. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. How did this story come to your attention?
It was brought to me by people over at HBO. That's where it was originally set up, and a good friend of mine and coworker and now producing partner, Carrie Tholis, he brought it to me. I didn't want to do it. He pushed really hard for me to read it, and it's just the subject matter. I'm not really into serial killers, and I don't like prisons. So he gave it to me. I read it, and I said I will do it on the condition that I can make it non-exploitively, that I can make it actually really just about the thing that I find more interesting and terrifying than violence, which is the violence of a mind. And then if I can make it kind of about some sort of hot button cultural issues that I feel are worth talking about, particularly the male gaze, toxic masculinity. If I can do that, then I'll do the show. And they said,
obviously, they agreed.
Yes.
Why? Well, I guess television, because HBO had already wanted it for television.
Yes. Yes.
Had you at any point seen it as a feature film?
They developed it for almost 10 years as a feature film, the producers who were connected to it. But at one point, I think it was set up for like Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yes.
you know. But I never saw it that way. I don't think that way unless I'm forced to. Unless somebody says, hey, I have a movie idea and I'll pay you to write it as a movie. I think much more like a novelist, which is a gradual unfolding, chapters or episodes. And I felt right from the get that this was a 5-episode series. Then when we moved it over to Apple, they were super excited about it. And I've never had an experience like working with Apple TV Plus. It's just been outstanding. They really pushed me to write a 6th episode, and the producers ganged up on me too. Everybody wanted a 6th. So the episode in the middle, where the show kind of right at kind of the highest pitch of it, it slows down and we get a riot, and we have them cleaning up after the riot and really getting to know each other. That was the last episode I wrote.
About casting Taron and Paul and Greg, and I think Sepita is phenomenal. So what was it like working with all of them?
It was fantastic. Taron, from the beginning, Taron set the tone. He was the first person cast. He set the tone. He was completely committed. He was completely professional. He had no vanity. He was determined to do this, right. Paul was the same. Seppi, this is another example perfectly of how wonderful it was to work with Apple. Seppi is not particularly well known. She's a terrific actress. She's known in the industry, but she's not well known to the public. And I saw her and I said, that's my Macaulay. And I don't want a famous actress because I want the audience to be just as unsettled, to not know. Macaulay is very good at manipulation. She's very good at taking somebody's projection of her and turning it on them. And so I wanted an actress who could do that. You don't know where she's coming from. You're just as unsettled as Jimmy. You're just 2 steps behind her at all times. And then for Greg, and I said, I'd like to hire this actress. And they said, great, hire her. She's terrific. And then for Greg, I wanted a very old school kind of Gary Cooper vibe. I wanted that sort of heartland Midwest goodness. He's just an absolute plodding, resolute, methodical detective. He is the type of detective who's going to get you, not the type of detective you see usually. It's personal. Like, no, he's going to get there. It's
such a great show, and I loved it, and you did such a wonderful job on it. Thank you so much, and thank you. The whole cast was really phenomenal.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.